Hello there, so today we are going to be doing some, proper experimenting with our art supplies. And I say this, but that's pretty much all I do on my channel, so you've come to expect it from me. I was browsing through my favourite shop the other day, Target, or Target for you fancy people. And, as always, I had a little bit of a peek at the arts and crafts section. And as I was browsing, I came across this neon watercolour set, and I stood there and I thought to myself, there is no way these are going to work. But it gave me an idea, and I thought, I wonder if they've got any more neon art supplies, and then I can just drop it on the floor. So what did I do? I went down the aisle and looked for more neon art supplies, and would you believe it? They had a lot. For example, we've got these neon glitter markers, which I can't imagine they actually are glitter. I found some metallic and neon coloured pencils. I then came across this fine liner set by Stettler, and I bought it not because of the neon, but because I wanted it, and I didn't have anything like it, and I thought it'd be just really helpful because I like fine liners. And of course, I spotted it because of the clearance sticker, although it's yellow and not red. I'm not sure what Target's doing, but the whole excitement of clearance at Target is that it's a red sticker, not a yellow one. So Target, please sort that out. I then got home and looked inside and thought, hang on a minute. There are neon colours in here. And I thought, okay, I've got markers, I've got pencils, I've got fine liners. The only thing that I am missing now is acrylic paint. And would you believe, 4 pots of neon acrylic paint. They're not going to blend the best because of the colours I picked, but that's the fun of these challenges. We challenge ourselves to make things that we wouldn't normally. So with all this being said, I thought, okay, I'm excited to try them out, but what am I actually going to make with these supplies? So like you do, I went onto Instagram and I asked all of you, I said, hey, I've got these neon art supplies. What do you think that I should make with them? If you're not following me on Instagram, by the way, make sure you do, because I'm always asking questions like this about videos and stuff, and I really appreciate your input. So I was looking through my Instagram, and a few people someone said about making a Renaissance piece. Someone here said about making the Mona Lisa as pop art, and I thought that could be interesting because I've not done something like that before. I'm actually planning a series where I recreate old artwork, like old famous pieces. I am going to recreate my favourite art piece of all time, and I'm going to make it neon. And if anyone's curious what my favourite art piece is and my favourite artist, you might want to look at my t-shirt that does have chocolate on it, but let's ignore that. This is my favourite t-shirt. I found it the other day and I was like, this t-shirt was made for me. Not only is it mint green, which is my favourite colour, it's got NASA on it. I love NASA. I am obsessed with space. And it's made in the style of Starry Night. Starry Night by Van Gogh, or Van Gogh, or Van Gogh. Everyone says it different. I'm probably going to need a lot of luck, but, we'll see how this goes. Let's test out these supplies first, and yeah, wish me luck. So starting out, we have our neon watercolour set by Kid Made Modern. Now, yeah, they're aimed at kids, they're 3 and up, but why shouldn't the adults get cool supplies too, So, the neon markers are neon glitter markers by Handmade Modern. Not sure what the difference is there. They're the kind of pens that you push down on to release the ink, but yeah, look, you can see the little glitter particles, which is super cool. We have our Kid Made Modern metallic and neon pencils. These are double-ended, and for obvious reasons, I'm only using the neon ones. So next we have our Handmade Modern. They're just switching back and forth here. Modern, like neon acrylic paint in these 4 colours. And lastly, we have our 6 Stettler fine liner neon markers. So I started out firstly doing some swatches. The blue, purple and orange, like the darker orange, weren't really all that neon, but the green, yellow and bright orange were like highlighters. So I really like these Stettler pens. I felt like a bit of an idiot though, because I could have used highlighters for this challenge, but what can you do? I'll know for next time. So next I swatched the pencils, and funny enough, again, the same colours. The blue and the pink were not actually neon at all, but I was pleasantly surprised by like the yellows and the green. So the glitter markers were actually my favourite thing in this whole video. They were super pigmented, glittery, and had I not known, or had I not had these for the piece, it, to be honest, would have been an absolutely impossible mess. So thank you, neon glitter markers. So yeah, let's get onto the paint now. This paint is... I don't know what I expected for $2 kids paint, but you know, yeah, this stuff was a challenge. I'm surprised I managed to make anything at all with it. And I thought it was bad until I tried the watercolours. Not one colour was good, not one. I would have had more luck collecting green pond water, and I would have had more pigment from that than I did these watercolours. But, you know, alas, that's what I dealt with. They're for kids. I think they would have been fun for kids, because that's, you know, what they're actually aimed for. So, yeah, let's get on to the drawing. Okay, so now we're actually on to the painting process. Now, I started out with the neon acrylic paint as kind of the base. This stuff was impossible to work with, but I thought, you know, if I keep building it up, it'll turn out all right, you know? That's what I thought. That's what I prayed for. Anyway, and yeah, it just was so transparent. It was very, very difficult to work with, but, you know, I tried to add watercolour to it. Again, so unbelievably transparent. I didn't really get very far with it, but, you know, again, as I mentioned, these neon glitter markers were absolutely so helpful to me because I was able to put in like the darker colours. For me, it was difficult because obviously Starry Night is a piece that has a lot of blues and a lot of dark colours in it. All of these neon colours, obviously because they're neon, none of them were dark, so I had to go with the darkest colour I could find, which was the glitter purple pen. So basically any dark areas I filled with that purple glitter, and I actually really like the way that it ended up turning out. Surprisingly, I thought it was going to be absolutely terrible, but surprisingly I didn't mind it too much. You know, it's not obviously comparable to the original and it's all with neon, but I did what I could, you know, I did what I could. It was not easy. So I used those watercolours very sparingly because they were just not good at all. The yellow wasn't as bad, to be fair, so I kind of used that to get the circles. And obviously Starry Night is known for the way the strokes work, so I was trying really hard to experiment making it look really strokey, because obviously I think his was done with oils, so you know, it was tough, I'm not gonna lie, trying to get that sort of texture to appear like texture with both markers and the acrylic paint. The yellow paint, to be fair, was actually really good. I liked the yellow paint a lot and that did help me out. It was also really useful to switch back and forth between, again, the neon glitter markers, because it was slightly darker than the paint, so I sort of managed to get a nice variant there. And yeah, overall, most of this piece is mainly glitter markers and acrylic paint. The pencils I barely used because they weren't really helpful in this piece, and the Stettler fine liners, as much as I love them, they really weren't much help in this piece. So what you're seeing right now is just a massive combination of a bit of watercolour, a lot of glitter marker, and a lot of paint. The more I built it up, the more I added to it, the more green it got, which was not what I was trying to aim for, but I didn't have much choice, and that's kind of what happened. But yeah, you know, the more I blended, the more it looked alright. So overall, I'm quite happy with this. I'd love to know what your thoughts are, by the way. You know, again, I'm making something a bit different. I'm in this experimental phase of my life in regards to my artwork. I really don't know, well, I kind of know, but I'm just experimenting a lot, but behind the scenes I've begun really trying to focus on one particular thing. What you see in my videos is not something you should base my overall artistic experience on, because obviously everything I make in my videos is like either really bad because I'm using bad supplies, or like really strange, or just not remotely like stylized or recognizable to me, if that makes sense. So, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I actually really enjoyed this so much, and it's been a long time since I can say that about my work. But yeah, I definitely want to try this again one day, but properly. And yeah, I'd love to see you guys try out neon supplies too. I think it would be a lot of fun to see everyone do it. So make sure you tag me, make sure you follow me on Instagram, and yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you can, And yeah, take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next video.